Now let us see the session 3 of random process. This session includes White-Sands stationary process, which is shortly called as WSS process, and properties of autocorrelation and autocovariance functions of WSS process. Before going to the WSS process, let us see what is a stationary process or strictly stationary process, which is also known as SSS process. Okay, so a random process is said to be a strictly stationary process if the probability distribution taken at a given time will be the same for all times. That means even if we apply a time shift to the given time, and the probability at the given time and the probability taken after the time shift will be the same. Okay, so it is clearly explained here. That is, if the joint distribution of x of t1, x of t2, etc., x of tn is same as that of x of t1 plus h, x of t2 plus h, and up to x of tn plus h for all times t1, t2 up to tn, and h greater than 0 and n greater than equal to 1, then the random process is called a strict sense stationary process. We have seen the definition for strictly sense stationary process. Okay, in that process, the probability distribution at any times are same, and also the mean of the process will be a constant, and the autocorrelation is a time difference. Okay, so this part in which the mean is a constant and the autocorrelation Rx's T1 T2 is a time difference, is a function of time difference. It is known as the White-Sands stationary or the weakly stationary process. So what is a WSS process? That is, a random process is said to be White-Sands stationary or weakly stationary process if its mean is a constant. That is, E of xt is equal to mu xt, which is a constant mu, and the autocorrelation Rx t1 t2 depends only on time difference. That means after the calculation of autocorrelation, we will get at the end we will get a function in time difference. So a random process is said to be a WSS process if its mean is a constant, and also we are obtaining only if we are obtaining a time difference function from its autocorrelation. We have seen what is a stationary process and what is a WSS process. Now let us see some important points which will help us to do the problems. Okay, so a random process that is not stationary at all is called an evolutionary process. Okay, and for a stationary process, its mean and variance should be a constant. So if there is question for checking whether a random process is stationary, it is enough to see that the mean and variance are constant. Then, if a random process x of t is WSS, then it must also be a covariance stationary. Covariance stationary means the covariance depends on time difference. That means for a WSS process, the mean is constant, the autocorrelation is a time difference function, and also the covariance will also be a time difference function. So, in this definition, let us see what is a jointly WSS. That means we were speaking about a single process to be a WSS process, or the condition what a single process should be to be a WSS process. Okay, that means the mean if x of t is a random process, then mean of x of t should be a constant and the autocorrelation should be a time difference, isn't it? Now here the definition says that two random processes x of t and y of t are called jointly WSS if x of t is a WSS process, y of t is a WSS process, and Rxy t1 t2 is also a time difference function. That is, we have to find separately that whether x of t is a WSS process. That is, x of t should have mean constant and the autocorrelation as a time difference function, as well as y of t should have mean constant and its autocorrelation should also be a time difference function. So after checking that x of t and y of t is a WSS process, then we have to see that the Rxy t1 t2 is also a function in time difference. So this is the definition for jointly WSS process. That is, two random process. The condition for two random process to be jointly WSS process. Next is a theorem, that is, if a random process x of t is WSS with constant mean mu x, then the autocorrelation function Rx t1 t2 is a function only of time difference. Then Rx's tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau. And the random process x of t satisfies the following properties. That is, e of x square of t is equal to Rxx0 for all t seconds. Rxs0 is greater than or equal to 0, and variance of the process is equal to Rxs0 minus mu square x. So these are the things we have to prove. So how Rx2 is equal to e of xt into x of t plus 2? Because here it is given that Rx's t1 t2 is a function of time difference t1 minus t2. So that is, instead of t1 we are having t, and for t2 we are having t plus 2. So t minus 2, that is Rx's minus 2, which is also equal to Rx's tau. Here autocorrelation is an even function, so that we will prove in the properties of autocorrelation. So here Rx's minus 2, that is, it can be written as t2 minus 1 or t1 minus 2, t1 minus t2 or t2 minus t1. So that is how Rx's tau came here. By this condition, that is Rx's tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau, we have to prove the other three properties. So let us see these proof in the next slide. So now let us prove our properties. First of all, we need to prove that Rx0 is equal to e of x square of t. But we have Rx's tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now giving tau is equal to 0, we have Rx's 0 is equal to e of x of t into x of t, which is e of x square of t. That is, Rx's 0 is equal to e of x square of t. So this is an important formula which we need to keep in mind. That means when tau is equal to 0, then Rx's 0 is equal to e of x square of t. Now coming to the second part, we need to prove that Rx's 0 is greater than or equal to 0. But we know that x square of t is greater than or equal to 0. That is, a square of any number, in simple language, a square of any number is greater than or equal to 0. So therefore, e of x square of t will become greater than or equal to 0. That means obviously Rx's 0 will be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now coming to our third, we need to prove that variance of x of t is equal to Rx's 0 minus mu x square. But what is Rx's 0? It is e of x square of t. from the first property. Okay, so substituting the formula for variance, that is E of x square of t minus mu x square, and E of x square of t we have got Rx is 0, so substitute that. So Rx is 0 minus mu x square, which is a constant. Why? Because here tau is not given, the function is not given. We are having 0 for tau, which is a constant. So Rx is 0 minus mu x square is a constant. Now let us see some solved problems from Wide-sense stationary process topic. Okay, the first example, examine whether the Poisson process x of t given by the property law p of x of t is equal to r is equal to e raised to minus lambda t the whole raised to r divided by r factorial, where r is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. is covariant stationary. So before coming to this problem, let us remember our Poisson distribution. So the PDF of Poisson or the PMF of Poisson distribution was P of x equals x is equal to e raised to minus lambda raised to x by x factorial. So similarly, here it is given P of x of t is equal to r, instead of x we are having r, that is equal to e raised to minus lambda t the whole raised to r divided by r factorial. Okay, and the mean of Poisson distribution was lambda. Similarly, the variance was also lambda. So what you have to prove here is that the Poisson process is covariant stationary. So in order to prove that the given process is covariant stationary, it is enough to prove that the given process is a WSS process. We have written in the important points. Okay, so if the process possesses a mean which is constant and an autocorrelation function which is of time difference, then we can say that it is WSS, and obviously it is covariant stationary. So let us check whether the given process is WSS. So for this Poisson process, the mean is lambda t. Why? Because the parameter here is lambda t. As our Poisson distribution had parameter lambda, and therefore its mean and variance was lambda. So similarly here also the parameter, instead of lambda it is lambda t, because e raised to minus lambda raised to x by x factorial. So in the place of lambda it is lambda t. So the mean is lambda t, which is a time function. That is, it is not a constant. So no need to check about the autocorrelation. If one of the properties is not satisfied, then we can say that the process is not a WSS process. Therefore, it is not covariant stationary. Example 2. Show that the random process x of t is equal to a cos omega t plus theta is WSS if a and omega are constants and theta is a uniformly distributed random variable in interval 0 to pi. So as we did in our problems of random process, here also we can write that given x of t is equal to a cos of omega t plus theta. Here a and omega are constants and theta is a random variable with uniform distribution. Then f of theta is equal to 1 by 2 pi, because for a uniform distribution the PMF is 1 by b minus a. So here the interval is from 0 to 2 pi. Therefore f of theta is 1 by b minus a, that is 1 by 2 pi. Now we have to see whether the process is WSS. That is, it is enough to check that the mean is constant and the autocorrelation is a time difference function. So let us see the mean. Mean of x of t is given by e of x of t is equal to e of a cos omega t plus theta. that is integral 0 to 2 pi a cos omega t plus theta into f of theta d theta, because theta is only the random variable here, a and omega constants. Okay, now a cos omega t plus theta into f of theta is 1 by 2 pi, so 1 by 2 pi d theta. Now a by 2 pi can be taken outside. Then cos omega t plus theta. The integral of cos omega t plus theta is sin omega t plus theta. So from 0 to 2 pi. So when we give the limit 2 pi, it is sin omega t, and when we apply the limit 0, it is sin omega t. But sin omega t minus sin omega t. Upper limit minus lower limit. Therefore, the answer is 0, which is a constant. Okay, so next let us see whether the autocorrelation function is a time difference function. Now, the autocorrelation function Rx is t1 t2 is equal to e of x of t1 into x of t2. So here instead of R as t1 t2, we can also use the notation R of t1 t2 also. Okay. So Rx is t1 t2 is equal to e of x of t1 into x of t2. Now x of t1 is a cos omega t1 plus theta into a cos omega t2 plus theta. Now e of a square cos omega t1 plus theta into cos omega t2 plus theta. That is cos A cos B. Okay, so that can be written as cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, the whole divided by 2. Okay, so A square by 2 is constant, so it can be taken outside. Then A square by 2 integral 0 to 2 pi, then cos A plus B, that is omega t1 plus t2 plus 2 theta, plus cos A minus B, that is cos omega of t1 minus t2. Now for f of theta we can apply 1 by 2 pi, and that can also be taken outside, and then integrate cos, so we will get sine. Okay, so for the first part we'll get sine omega t1 plus t2 plus 2 theta divided by 2, because theta is the random variable here, and with respect to theta we are integrating, plus cos omega t1 minus t2, so theta is not there, so it is a constant, so we can write the integral as theta into cos omega t1 minus t2. Now giving the limit, the sine part will get cancelled. Then we have only the cos part, that is theta. When we give 0, the cos lower limit will not be there, but we have the upper limit value, that is a square by 4 pi into 2 pi cos omega t1 minus t2. Okay, then the final answer we will get as a square by 2 cos omega t1 minus t2, which is a function of t1 minus t2, that is time difference. Therefore, we can say that x of t is a WSS process. Example 3. Given a random variable y with characteristic function phi of omega is equal to expectation of e raised to I omega y, and a random process defined by x of t is equal to cos omega t cos lambda t plus y, show that x of t is stationary in the wide sense if phi of 1 equals phi of 2 equals 0. So here it is given that a random variable y with characteristic function phi of omega is equal to expectation of e raised to I omega y has phi of 1 when omega is replaced by 1 and 2, the characteristic function is 0, and the random process given is x of t, which is cos of lambda t plus y. We need to show that this random process x of t is wide sense stationary, that is WSS. Okay, so let us see, in order to be a WSS process, we know that the process should have a mean value as constant, and the autocorrelation should be a time difference. So here e of x of t, let us begin. E of x of t is equal to e of cos lambda t plus y, and this can be splitted up. So that is cos a plus b. Cos a plus b is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So e of cos lambda t into cos y minus sin lambda t into sin y. Now this cos lambda t can be taken outside. Why? Because it is constant. Okay, here y is a random variable. Lambda is constant. So cos lambda t into e cos y minus sin lambda t into e of sin y. This is our equation number 1. Now what is this characteristic function? Okay, so that is a function with definition phi of omega, or here I have given the definition phi xt, that can also be written as phi of t, which is equal to expectation of e raised to itx. Okay, so this is its formula, general formula, as we say about moment generating function, that is mxt is equal to expectation of e raised to tx. Okay, similarly phi xt, or characteristic function, is a function with general formula expectation of e raised to itx. Okay, so here it is given phi of omega, that is equal to expectation of e raised to I omega y. Okay, now you can write it as expectation of cos omega y plus I sin omega y. Now taking expectation, that is e of cos omega y plus I e sin omega y, I into expectation of sin omega y. Now here we are having phi of 1 equals phi of 2 is equal to 0. That is, in the place of omega we need to substitute 1 as well as 2. So first of all put omega is equal to 1, then phi of 1 will be e of cos y plus I into e of sin y. Okay, now what is the value of phi of 1? It is 0. So 0 is equal to e of cos y plus I into e of sin y. That is, e of cos y is equal to 0 and e of sin y is equal to 0. Why? Because phi of 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, we can equate as e of cos y is equal to 0 and e of sin y is equal to 0. Similarly, put omega is equal to 2, then it is phi of 2, which is e of cos 2y plus I e of expectation of sin 2y. Okay, so phi of 2 is also given, it is 0. So 0 is equal to e of cos 2y plus I into expectation of sin 2y. Now we can equate it as expectation of cos 2y is 0 and expectation of sin 2y is equal to 0. So this we can apply in equation number 1. Okay, similarly we can give in the autocorrelation also. So let us see the next slide. Okay, now applying in equation number 1, we will get e of x of t is equal to 0, because expectation of cos y and expectation of sin y are 0. Therefore mean mu xt is a constant. Now let us see autocorrelation. Autocorrelation Rx is t1 t2 is equal to e of x of t1 into x of t2. That is e of cos omega t1 plus y into cos lambda t2 plus y. Now cos a plus b we can write as cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Okay, that is in both part we can write as expectation of cos lambda t1 into cos y minus sin lambda t1 into sin y into cos lambda t2 cos y minus sin lambda t2 sin y. Now open the brackets, then apply the expectation, then also where the cos, that is lambda part, are constant. So after giving expectation, after applying expectation, we can take the constant outside, that is cos lambda t1 into cos lambda t2 e of cos square y plus sin lambda t1 into sin lambda t2 e of sin square y minus sin lambda of t1 plus t2 e of sin y cos y. That is, see the previous step of sin y cos y. So with cos y sin y we are having minus cos lambda t1 into sin lambda t2. minus sin lambda t1 into cos lambda t2 sin y cos y. Now this negative can be taken outside, then it will be cos lambda t1 into sin lambda t2 plus sin lambda t1 into cos lambda t2. That is when arranging we can write, or we can see that it is sin a cos b, sin a cos b plus cos A sin B, that is sin A plus B. So we can write it as minus sin lambda t1 plus lambda t2. Lambda can be taken outside. Okay, then expectation of sin y cos y. Now let us see the second last step, that is instead of expectation of cos square y, we can write 1 plus cos 2y by 2, and expectation of sin square y, we can write 1 minus cos 2y by 2, and expectation of sin y cos y, we can write sin 2y by 2, and 1 by 2 can be taken outside. And the last step becomes cos lambda t1 cos lambda t2 into after applying expectation to all the terms, we will get 1 by 2 which is constant plus expectation of cos 2y by 2 plus sin lambda t1 into sin lambda t2 1 by 2 minus expectation of cos 2y by 2 minus sin lambda t1 plus t2 into 1 by 2 expectation sin 2y. Now we have got cos 2y sin 2y value that you can apply here. So let us see the next slide. Okay, so after giving the value, we will get cos lambda t1 cos lambda t2 into 1 by 2 plus sin lambda t1 into sin lambda t2 into 1 by 2. So the final answer is 1 by 2 cos a minus b, that is cos lambda into t1 minus t2, which is a time difference. Therefore x of t is a WSS process. Now let us see example 4, that is show that the process x of t is equal to a cos lambda t plus b sin lambda t, where a and b are random variables, is WSS. If e of a equals e of b is equal to 0, e of a square is equal to e of b square, and e of ab is equal to 0. That is the process x of t to be WSS are based on these three properties, these three values. Okay, or this process becoming a WSS in this given condition, by this given condition. Okay, so let us see the solution. E of x of t is equal to a cos lambda t plus b sin lambda t, that is e of a into cos lambda t. Okay, here lambda is a constant, a and b are random variables. So e of a into cos lambda t, or cos lambda t into e of a, plus e of b into sin lambda t, or sin lambda t into e of b. Now it is given that e of a and e of b are 0. Then after applying the value, we will get e of x of t is equal to 0. That is mean of x of t is constant. Okay, so in order to prove the process WSS, it is enough to prove that the mean is a constant and autocorrelation is time difference. So first we have proved that the mean is constant. Now let us see the autocorrelation. So Rx of t1 t2 is equal to e of x of t1 into x of t2, which is equal to e of a cos lambda t1 plus b sin lambda t1 into a cos lambda t2 plus b sin lambda t2. Okay, now opening the brackets and applying expectation, you will get cos lambda t1 cos lambda t2 e of a square plus sin lambda t1 sin lambda t2 e of b square plus cos lambda t1 sin lambda t2 e of ab plus sin lambda t1 cos lambda t2 e of ab. Now it is given that e of a square is equal to e of b square. So let it be k, and e of ab is equal to 0. So you will get Rxs t1 t2 is equal to k cos lambda t1 minus t2. Why? Because cos a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Okay, so from that we can write k into cos lambda t1 minus t2. Therefore, x of t is WSS process. Let us see next example, that is example 5. The process x of t whose probability distribution under certain conditions is given by p of x of t is equal to n is equal to, for n equals 1, 2, etc. the values a t the whole raised to n minus 1 divided by 1 plus a t the whole raised to n plus 1. And for n is equal to 0, it is a t by 1 plus a t. We need to show that the given process is not stationary. Okay, so I have said in the important points that for a stationary process the mean and variance are constant. Okay, so in order to prove that this process is not a stationary, it is enough to prove that either the mean or the variance are not a constant value. Okay, so let us check. If the process has both mean and variance as constant, then it is stationary. Okay. So first of all, the probability distribution of x of t is given as x of t is equal to n for 0, 1, 2, 3, and p of x of t is equal to for 0 it is at by 1 plus at. Then for 1 it is 1 by 1 plus at the whole square. For 2 it is at by 1 plus at the whole cube plus 3. For 3 it is at the whole square by 1 plus at the whole raised to 4. Now mxt or the mean e of x of t is equal to the formula sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity n into p of x of t, as we wrote in our module 1, that is e of x is equal to sigma x equals 0 to infinity x into f of x. So instead of x we are having n here, and instead of f of x we are having p of x of t. Okay, so let us see, that is 0 into p of x of t, that is the corresponding probability is at by 1 plus at. So the value is 0. Okay, now plus 1 into corresponding probability 1 by 1 plus at the whole square is 1 by 1 plus at the whole square, plus 2 into corresponding probability is 2at by 1 plus at the whole cube, plus 3 into corresponding probability is 3at the whole square by 1 plus at the whole raised to 4. Okay. Now from this you can take 1 by 1 plus 80 the whole square common. Then you will get 1 plus 280 by 1 plus 80 plus 380 the whole square by 1 plus 80 the whole square. Okay. So that is 1 by 1 plus 80 the whole square into 1 plus 2 alpha plus 3 alpha square plus etc. Where alpha is 80 by 1 plus 80. So let us see the next slide. So in the previous slide, we were having the expansion 1 plus 2 alpha plus 3 alpha square plus etc. So that is the expansion of 1 minus alpha the whole raised to minus 2. Okay, so it can be written as 1 by 1 plus 80 the whole square into 1 divided by 1 minus alpha the whole square. So 1 minus alpha the whole square can be written as 1 divided by 1 minus 80 by 1 plus 80 the whole square, and 1 by 1 plus 80 the whole square into 1 divided by that is 1 plus 80 minus 80 gives 1 divided by 1 plus 80 the whole square, and this can be taken in the numerator, that is 1 by 1 plus 80 the whole square into 1 plus 80 the whole square is equal to 1, which is a constant, that is the mean is constant. Now we have to check whether the variance is constant. So in the formula for variance is e of x square of t minus e of x of t the whole square. So now let us find out e of x square of t. So the formula is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity n square p of x of t. That is for n square we can write n into n minus 1 plus n into p of x of t. That is this substitution we have already done in our mean, and in order to find the variance of binomial Poisson and all, we have did the substitution. So remember that. So sigma n equals 0 to infinity n into n minus 1 plus n into p of x of t. Now split the summation, that is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity n into n minus 1 into p of x of t plus sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity n into p of x of t. Okay. Now this sigma n equals 0 to infinity n into p of x of t is the mean. So the value is 1. So that I have written there. Now here when it is n into n minus 1, we have seen in our proof that n starts from 2, isn't it? So I have given here sigma n is equal to 2 to infinity n into n minus 1 at, that is p of x of t, it is at raised to n minus 1 by 1 plus at the whole raised to n plus 1, because here we are not having 0 and 1, it starts from 2, so it is enough to take the probability distribution of 2 from 2. Okay, so for this how sigma n equal 2 to infinity came, you just refer our mean of binomial variance of binomial distribution or Poisson distribution and all. Okay, so let us see the next slide. So here while expanding the expansion, you can substitute, that is for n into n minus 1, for starting from 2 it will be 2 into 1, then 80 the whole raised to n minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, that is 1 divided by 1 plus 80, n plus 1 will become 3. Okay, plus again n into n minus 1, that is 3 into 2, then 80 the whole square by 1 plus 80 the whole raised to 4, plus 4 into 3, 80 the whole cube by 1 plus 80 the whole raised to 5, plus etc. plus 1. Okay, now you can take 80 by 1 plus 80 the whole cube common. So that is 280 by 1 plus 80 the whole cube into 1 plus 380 by 1 plus 80 the whole raised to 1 plus 680 by 1 plus 80 the whole square plus etc. plus 1. And this is the expansion of 1 minus x the whole raised to minus 3. So that is 1 minus instead of x it is 80 by 1 plus 80. Okay, the whole raised to minus 3. Now you can write this as 280 by 1 plus 80 the whole cube into 1 divided by 1 minus 80 by 1 plus 80 the whole raised to 3 plus 1. Okay, so after taking after simplifying, you will get the final answer as 1 plus 280, which is not a constant because it is 280, that is a function with time. That means it is not a constant. Hence we can say that the process x of t is not stationary. Okay, we have only found out e of x square of t, but the formula of variance or variance is variance of x of t is equal to e of x square of t minus e of x of t the whole square. So e of x square of t has become a time function. Therefore, variance will also be a time function. Therefore, we can say that the given process is not stationary, and that is what we need to prove also. So example 6, here we need to prove that the process, random process x of t and y of t defined by x of t is equal to a cos omega t plus b sin omega t and y of t is equal to b cos omega t minus a sin omega t okay, are jointly WSS if a and b are uncorrelated random variables with zero means and same variance. Okay, that is the two processes x of t and y of t are jointly WSS on the basis if a and b are uncorrelated random variables with zero means and same variance. So let us see. Given that e of a equals e of b is equal to 0 and variance of a and variance of b are the same, so let it be sigma square. Then we can write e of a square is equal to e of b square is equal to sigma square. So how that become? Because variance of a is e of a square minus e of a the whole square. So e of a is 0. Okay, and variance we have taken as sigma square. Therefore, e of a square will become sigma square. Okay. Now it is given that a and b are uncorrelated. That is how you will find out the correlation, whether it is uncorrelated and all, because we need to take covariance, isn't it? So covariance of AB is equal to E of AB minus E of A into E of B. Okay. Now E of A and E of B are 0. That means covariance of AB is equal to E of AB. And now since it is uncorrelated, that means if two variables are uncorrelated, that means E of AB is 0. Okay. Therefore you can write covariance of AB the two covariance of if two random variables are random variables A and B are uncorrelated, that means the covariance of A and B are 0. Therefore you can write covariance of AB equals E of AB is equal to 0. Okay, that means the value of E of AB is equal to 0. Why? Because it is uncorrelated. That is covariance of AB is 0. Okay, now our mean E of x of t is equal to E of A cos omega t plus B sin omega t. That is 0, which is a constant. So here also we need to find out each one. First we need to see that our x of t is WSS, then y of t is also WSS, and then Rxy t1 t2 is a time difference function. Okay, so here we have proved that x of t is a WSS because mu xt is 0 and Rx is t1 t2, we are getting it as a time difference function. Similarly, you need to prove that y of t is a WSS, that is its mean should be a constant and the autocorrelation should be a time difference function. And also check that Rx by t1 t2, that means E of x of t1 into y of t2. Okay, that is E of A cos omega t1 plus B sin omega t1 into B cos omega t1 minus A sin omega t2. Once more I will say Rxy t1 t2 is equal to E of x of t1 into y of t2. So x of t1 is equal to A cos omega t1 plus B sin omega t1 into y of t2 is B cos omega t2 minus A sin omega t2. Now you have to open the brackets, then apply the expectation, and that function should be a time difference. Okay, and if all these conditions, that is here I have proved x of t is a WSS, you have to prove that y of t is a WSS, and also Rxy t1 t2 is a time difference function. Okay, then we can say that x of t and y of t are jointly WSS. Now the autocorrelation and autocovariance function of WSS process. Okay, the autocorrelation function of random process x of t is defined as Rx t1 t2 is equal to E of x of t1 into x of t2. Now if t1 is equal to t and t2 is equal to t plus tau, that is tau is a real number, then Rx is, instead of t1 you can write t, and instead of t2 you can write t plus tau. So it is E of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now if x of t is a WSS process, then as we have seen earlier, you can write Rx tau is equal to E of x of t into x of t plus tau. Why? Because WSS process means the autocorrelation is a time difference function. That is Rx t1 t2 is Rx t1 minus t2 or Rx t2 minus t1. So similarly here also you can write Rx tau is equal to E of x of t into x of t plus tau. Okay, that is t plus tau minus t. Okay, you will get Rx tau. Okay, now let us go to the properties of autocorrelation function. First of all, Rx tau is an even function of tau. We need to prove that Rx tau is an even function of tau. That is, Rx minus tau should be equal to Rx tau. So we have Rx tau is equal to E of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now Rx's minus tau can be written as e of x of t into x of t minus tau. As here it is x of t plus tau, we have got Rx's tau. Similarly, here it is x of t minus tau, you can write Rx's minus tau. That is, Rx's minus tau can be given as e of x of t into x of t minus tau. Now you can change the position, that is e of x of t minus tau into x of t. Now since this autocorrelation is a WSS process, or Rx's tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau is valid for a WSS process, here you can think as t minus tau minus t, that is the time difference, or x's t2 minus t1, that is t minus tau, that is t minus t plus tau. So the answer is Rx's tau. Hence Rx's tau is an even function of tau. The second property, Rx's of 0 is equal to e of x square of t. That is, we have Rx's tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau. It is given. Now put tau is equal to 0. Then we have Rx's 0 is equal to e of x square of t for all t. Now coming to the third property, that is Rx's tau is maximum at tau is equal to 0. For this, we have the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality, that is e of x of y the whole square is less than equal to e of x square into e of y square. This is Cauchy-Schwarz inequality result. You have to by heart this, that is e of xy the whole square is less than or equal to e of x square into e of y square. Okay, now here let us take x is equal to x of t and y is equal to x of t minus tau. Then e of x of t into x of t minus tau the whole square is less than equal to e of x square of t into e of x square of t minus tau. Now here also while giving tau is equal to 0, you will get less than or equal to e of x square of t. That is, when tau is equal to 0 or it is t minus tau and we are giving tau is equal to 0, then this will be the function, the whole function will be less than or equal to e of x square of t, okay, which is e of x square of t into e of x square of t, that gives e of x square of t the whole square, which is less than or equal to Rx of 0. Why? Because from 2 we have Rx of 0 is equal to e of x square of t. So here you can write that e of x square of t the whole square is less than or equal to Rx of 0 the whole square. Okay, now see the left hand side, that is e of x of t into x of t minus tau, and this you can write as Rx's tau by property 1. Okay, so Rx's tau the whole square, which is less than equal to Rx 0 the whole square. Now taking the square root, that is, since this is a square value, Rx tau the whole it is square, that is, even if it is negative or positive, you will get a positive value. So you can write it as modulus Rx tau, which is less than or equal to Rx 0. That means the Rx tau, the autocorrelation is maximum when tau is equal to 0. And that is what we have proved here. Now let us see the fourth one, that is, if y of t is equal to x of t plus a, where a is a constant, then expectation of y of t is equal to mu xt plus a, and our y by tau is equal to cx's tau plus mu xt plus a the whole square. Okay, so now e of y of t, that is expectation of y of t, is expectation of x of t plus a, which is e of x of t plus a, that is mu xt plus a. So we have proved the first part, that is e of y of t is equal to mu xt plus a. I will tell it once more. E of x of t can be written as mu xt plus e of a is constant, so it can be written as a. It's a only. Therefore, e of y of t is equal to mu xt plus a. Now coming to the next part, that is r y by tau, we need to prove it as cxs tau plus mu xt plus a the whole square. So r y by tau can be written as e of y of t into y of t plus tau. Okay, by the second property, first of second property. Then e of x of t plus a, that is instead of y of t you can write as x of t plus a. Okay, so e of expectation of x of t plus a into x of t plus tau plus a, that is expectation of x of t into x of t plus tau plus a into expectation of x of t plus a into expectation of x of t plus tau plus a square. Okay, that is opening the bracket and applying the expectation. Then you will get expectation of, instead of expectation of x of t into x of t plus tau, you can write rx as tau. Okay, and because this autocorrelation is a WSS process, then plus a into e of x of t and a into e of x of t plus tau. Here you can take a common, that is e of x of t plus e of x of t plus tau plus a square. Then rx is tau plus a into e of expectation of x of t plus expectation of t plus tau can be written as expectation of t. Okay, plus a square, that is rx is tau plus 2a into expectation of x of t. Okay, plus a square, that is 2a mu xt, rx is tau plus 2a mu xt plus a square. Now rx is tau minus this, you can add and subtract a mu x square of t. So rx is tau minus mu x square of t plus mu x square of t plus 2a mu x of t plus a square. Now rx is tau minus mu x square of t is covariance, that is cx is tau, plus the rest can be taken as mu x of t plus a the whole square. And this is what we need to prove. Let us see the fifth property. If Rx is tau is the autocorrelation function of a stationary process x of t with no periodic component, then limit tau tends to infinity, Rx is tau is equal to mu x square of t provided the limit exists. That is, it is given that the autocorrelation function of a stationary process x of t has no periodic component. That means x of t will be equal to x of t plus tau. Okay, so we have rx is tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now since the limit tends to infinity, that is tau is very large, so if tau is very large, then this x of t and x of t plus tau tend to become independent. That is, limit tau tends to infinity rx is tau is equal to limit tau tends to infinity e of x of expectation of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now since it becomes independent, we can write it as expectation of x of t into expectation of x of t plus tau. Now it is given that rx is tau is not periodic component, that is x of t will be equal to x of t plus tau. So e of x of t, instead of e of x of t you can write mu x of t, as well as e of x of t plus tau can be written as mu x of t. Therefore limit tau tends to infinity, mu square x of t will come. Now since there is no function of tau, you can write it as mu x square of t. That is, limit tau tends to infinity rx is tau is equal to mu x square of t. So this is an important formula. With this we will see two examples. Okay, So with the result, limit tau tends to infinity, Rxs tau is equal to mu x square of t. Let us see two problems. That is, if the autocorrelation function for a stationary process with no periodic component is r of z is equal to 25 plus 4 by 1 plus 6 z square, then find the mean and variance of the process x of t. So we have mu x square is equal to limit z tends to infinity rz, because we have seen that limit tau tends to infinity rz tau is equal to mu x square of t. Similarly, mu x square we can write as limit z tends to infinity rz, and that is, instead of rz we are having 25 plus 4 by 1 plus 6 z square. So when z tends to infinity, it will be 4 by 1 plus infinity. That means 4 by infinity, which tends to 0. So the answer is 25. And mu x is taken square root, you will get 5. That is, the mean is 5 here. Now let us see the variance. So variance, we have r of tau is equal to e of x of t into x of t plus tau. When we give tau is equal to 0, it will become r of 0 is equal to e of x square of t. So the formula for variance is e of x square of t minus mu x square of t. So we have the mean here, that is 5. Now let us see e of x square of t. For that you can take this result, that is r of 0 is equal to e of x square of t, okay, which is in the given formula it is 25 plus 4 by 1 plus 6 into 0. So that is 25 plus 4, which is 29. Therefore, variance of x of t is equal to e of x square of t minus mu x square can be written as 29 minus 25. The answer is 4. So we have obtained mean of the random process 5 and variance as 4. So example 8, that is our second example for the result. Limit tau tends to infinity, Rx tau is equal to mu x square of t. So let us see the example. The autocorrelation function for a stationary process x of t is given by Rx tau is equal to 9 plus 2 e raised to minus modulus tau. Find the mean value of random variable y equals integral tau equals 0 to 2 x of t dt and variance of x of t. So we need to find the mean value of the variable y and variance of x of t. So we have mu x square is equal to limit tau tends to infinity Rx tau. That is, limit tau tends to infinity, Rx tau is given as 9 plus 2 e raised to minus tau. So when tau is infinity, 2e raised to minus infinity is 0. So the answer is 0. Therefore, the mean is its square root, that is 3. Now, Rx of 0, that is e x square of t. Okay, so e x square of t is equal to 9 plus 2 equals 11. That is, give tau is equal to 0. Okay, put tau is equal to 0 in Rx tau. Then the answer is 9 plus 2, which is 11. So our variance of x of t is e of x square of t, in which the value is 11, minus mu x square, the value is 9. So 11 minus 9 is 2. Now, so in this way we have found the variance of x of t. Now let us find the mean of y. So e of y is equal to integral 0 to 2 e of x of t dt. That is integral 0 to 2 e of x of t. The mean of x of t is 3. So 3 dt. So after integrating you will get the answer 6. So we have found out the mean of y and variance of x of t.